You might be wondering what brought you here.
I sure am.
And I'm going to tell you what it is.
What is it, bitch?
A curious taste for entertainment.
I am very curious, and I have a hunger for entertainment.
Well, thank God you've made it to...
Drag Lag.
The podcast for people who like drag, but are tired.
That's right. Do you feel a little behind? Do you feel like you were a performer at one point in time, but kind of lost touch with why you did it in the first place, took a break, kind of dipping your toe back in the waters?
Has the pressure of local fame not broken you, but made you salty to literally anyone who looks you directly in the eye?
Chances are yes. And that's why we're here.
So buckle up, sis.
It's about to pop off, hunty.
This show is off the chain. Swish.
Another one in the casket.
Put it in my basket.
And that's a sexual innuendo we can all get behind.
Calming breath. Calming breath.
Calming
it's
breath.
Happening.
Oh my god,
we're doing it.
Ah!
Yes.
This is so exciting.
This is what I have been counting down for probably for the last 2 years.
It's been at least 2 years.
And now that we've got the paperwork out of the way, I'm off house arrest.
Yeah, the legalities are all in order.
Yes. The riggery, the shagoonery.
The tomfoolery. The shenanigans.
Frankly, a challenge. But anyway, we're here, and you probably want to know who we are.
That's a very good question.
So, my dear friend, sitting across from me in this glamorous studio apartment.
Right. In beautiful Los Angeles.
Here we are.
Wow, my name is Amy Grindhouse. You might remember me from such hit films as fill in the blank.
Love that one.
It was a big hit.
It's a real exploration of existential improv.
Exactly. No, and successful improv. It was great.
A success.
Sandra Bullock won the Golden Globe for that one. It was amazing.
She's so talented.
So talented. And so humble. And also so fierce,
Yeah.
Intimidating.
Yeah. Bird Box? Oh, baby. Not her skinny ass.
Oh, no, not for her, girl. Boxy? Not a word in her vocabulary.
Absolutely. Thinking outside it.
Yeah.
The bird has flown the coop.
The bird has flown the coop. Exactly.
That's where we went.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? There's not much interesting. I'm trying to think of an interesting thing to say about like what's something you might know Amy Grindhouse from. I've done a couple shows in the city. I did Sleepy Girls. I did AV Club, and now I am sitting pretty with my millions from these shows, the residuals.
But also star of like independent videos such as Amy Leaves the House for Christmas.
It's true.
You do so much video content.
Thank you. I like to do my video content. So yes, I would say I'm actually a content creator on YouTube, the platform. So you can catch me making Christmas specials. I do makeup tutorials. There is actually a makeup tutorial there's 2 Amy Grindhouse makeup tutorials. The first one I made when I was still in high school, and I want everyone...
I want to find it immediately.
Go watch it.
Yeah. We'll put it in the show description.
Exactly. I do say this is the most important part for every single step. And it's not as iconic as Carmela Barr's iconic makeup tutorial where she puts the lashes on first. That is the greatest moment of local content, period. I'm sorry, I love Scoop It or Poop It. We know.
Listen, local content, also local economy, because that is economizing your time.
Exactly.
Okay. We know that the lashes are the worst part.
So expensive.
And honestly, let's get it over with.
Model Express, I mean, yeah, it's cheap, but is it really that cheap?
Like, model straight to the bank.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, so I do comedic videos, and I spend a lot of time on the internet in different pockets having some good times. And you never know you'll catch me at the Junction or 1181. I'm a Davy girl. I do my thing. I shake my titas and make the money.
Speaking of titas, Mima over here. If I may introduce myself.
Please do.
Local contributor for hot takes for CBC News. The year that Muji did their pop-up,
and I tweeted about how it took me longer to sign up than I was allowed to shop there. And then they called me and they're like, would you like to say something on CBC? But I was like, absolutely, I do. I'm like, credit me as Chandelier, don't use my real name.
Right. That is so funny. CBC.
Yeah. CBC, keeping it local.
Ugh, obsessed with that.
Yeah. So, also a drag performer, also somebody who loves digital connection and philanthropy.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
No, you've done all sorts of shows as well.
I've done many things.
We've both been around the block, and I think that's why I'm so excited to be sitting at a table with a microphone and making content this way without a wig on.
It's refreshing.
It's very refreshing. I mean, we're in full drag.
Yeah.
Let me be clear.
Oh, face beat.
Beat for the gowns.
Yeah. The eyelashes extended.
Extended and put on first. There's a benefit to starting out shitty. And this is why, it's great that, especially now there's just so many performers now. It's wonderful and it's so exciting.
Oh yeah, Chef's Kiss.
Yeah, Chef's Kiss.
Love her. That show she did the other night.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, welcome to the stage, Chef's Kiss.
Chef's Kiss.
Ooh. Oh, that weird commentary on the food crisis.
Oh my god.
So cunty.
Compliments to the chef. I love that. They're starting out better though.
Let me tell you.
They're starting out like I look back at photos of me doing drag in my basement, and I would post these photos, and I would put on I would draw on the fake boobs, and I'd put the wig on, and this was when I did not have a beard. I shaved because I thought I was going to be an actor. And I was auditioning for YTV projects.
Oh, hun.
Yeah, they were like,
well, let's quickly jump back. So, how long have you been doing the drag?
Oh, that's a good question. I've been doing drag for, I think it's now 4 years since I started performing.
Oh.
Which is kind of a spicy number.
You're coming up on the silver anniversary.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
4 years. I started when I was 18.
Oh.
Sorry to age myself, everybody. I hate.
Oh my gosh.
I hate talking about age.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started when I was 18, and I did a show back in my hometown of Squamish at a place called The Nest.
Ooh, hey Diva.
Hey Diva, we love The Nest.
Nesting.
She's nesting. I did 2 shows there, but my personal favorite was I did a one-off at this bar called The Chieftain. Just as tasteful as you can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
But it was this great, biker bar in town attached to a hotel. And I did that when I was, I don't know, definitely 18. I was like,
how did you book that?
I just lied. I just lied. I mean, at this point, when I was, really starting to perform, I had my full beard, so people weren't really questioning my age, and also it's the Chieftain, they don't give a fuck, it's a small town. But when I was there, it was great because I had 4 hours. I had 4 hours to fill.
Yeah. And easy 4.
Easy 4
Absolutely.
hours. And I don't know if any of you at home have ever done a drag show that's been longer than an hour. It's a little hard to keep coming up with things to do. I mean, we went from Kiss from a Rose by Seal twice.
Ooh,
just
the
2
encore.
times. The encore.
Yeah, back to back.
Shitty Kitty Grinder by Marilyn Manson. One of my personal faves.
Of course.
Did not particularly land with my audience. Lots of pop hits. And then I did Bitch Better Have My Money by Rihanna. That was a fresh song at the time.
Was that the one that blew the roof off the Chieftain?
It was. And also Triggered a War Vet.
Well, Rihanna is a controversial, outspoken woman.
Yes.
And
so I took it upon myself with the song to have a prop gun. Now, if Sarah Watson has taught us anything, don't use prop guns, okay? And this is a real thing. Don't do it. But I was 18 and I was feeling frisky. I was like, I'm a bad girl. I gotta have a prop gun. So this is hour 3. I whip out this fake gun. It's a great time.
What was going through that poor veteran's head, just sitting there like, I don't get the kids these days, but as long as they're happy.
Right.
And then, like, I'm talking like he's a Vietnam vet. He's probably like an Afghan. He's probably like 5 years older than me.
No,
like,
I'm sure it was Vietnam. I mean, based on the age range, like, I'm not too worried about it. So, I perform. I got this fake gun, and I point it at his face.
Oh.
He just melts down. And I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? I cut the track. I'm like, oh my God, is everything okay? He's like crying. He's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. It's just, I can't handle a gun being pointed at my face. And I'm like, that's on me. I'm so sorry. So I put the gun away. I could never
listen to Rihanna again.
I was going to say, it kind of ruined the song.
Yeah.
Definitely no more prop guns. But get this. 30 minutes pass by. He tips me a $50 bill and invites me to his hotel room. Oh, so
y'all wanted a twist.
It all worked out for a little old David. I didn't go, in case you're wondering. Because no. But $50. Hey.
You know?
What a twist.
Yeah,
how about you? Because, like, you've had a couple of anniversaries for drag. not to date you either.
Once or twice. No. Well, so I'm an expatriate from the Maritimes.
Oh.
And when I lived in Halifax, drag was a bit of a joke. Mm-hmm. Because at the time there were 5 like queens that performed regularly, and they were all like fantastic. But I think they had been the same 5 queens for like a couple years. Right. And so people just weren't feeling inspired. And it was before Drag Race. You know, Drag Race started in 2009, and I started going to gay bars in 2005.
Thank God.
Yeah. So we had a good 4 years before Drag Race hit. And then, so it was all like, I don't want to do that. But like Halloween, you'd dress up. And then when I moved to Vancouver in 2011, I saw, I went to Hustla, Homo Hip Hop at the Cobalt, hosted by Peach Cobbler and Bambi Bot. Bambi Bot Baron. Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Bambi Bot is as old in times. As old as time. Well, here we go. Rewind. Bambi Bot. Yeah, Bambi Bot is old and barren. That's her daughter. And a quick overview of the East Van drag is like Queen of East Van is old and barren. Husband, wife, sister. Peach Cobbler.
Yes.
The baddest bitch of East Van.
True.
Bambi Bot Baron, the boss of East Van. And Janita Work, the Toonie Tramp of East Van.
Ooh.
And that was that whole drag family. And so that was the first drag I saw here. And it was so, East Van drag was so like, ooh, it's alternative. And we're not doing like diva songs. Like we're doing like the Yeah Yeah Yeahs and Nicki Minaj.
Wow. Hi, everyone. What a spicy podcast so far. Spicy seems to be my word. Covering a lot of ground here, aren't we?
Yeah, there's a lot of names, places, facts, figures, gesticulations.
Yes.
A lot of material trying to cram into a first episode, only because we want to give you the value.
Exactly.
That you've paid for.
The great value that you deserve in that beautiful, simplistic yellow packaging with the black font.
No name? Oh, she's got a name.
Oh, she's got a name, and her name is Value.
Okay.
But speaking of which, because we value your time, we're going to be cutting around a lot of this. So this is the director's commentary, actually, as we splice this in to this beautiful moment of drunken mess.
Yeah, you used to have to pay for this on the DVDs, but today, for one time only,
it's free.
She's all inclusive.
We love.
You told us about your first show at the Chieftain.
That's right.
Do you want to tell us about your, like, most memorable? No, most memorable is a bad question because they're all memorable.
Everything's memorable, such as because they need maps in whatever country.
Yeah.
It's fine. But you know what? quickly, I just want to mention, so I get to this beautiful apartment of Shanda's, and Shanda gave me this delicious wine and spirit by Fiume Serra Cristalino Cava. And this is a brut traditional method. This is a white sparkling wine. And I did not have a meal today, so I'm feeling spicy. So I just want to make that clear for everybody before we continue.
Yeah.
I'm having a bubbly old time.
We would like to thank our sponsor, Fiume Serra Cristalino Cava, Value Brand of the Year.
Oh my! 3 consecutive years. 3, and you know what I have to say?
Can you believe?
I can.
Let's think back to a drag show where you were like, I am just gonna nail this tonight.
And it didn't go so well.
And she just went sideways.
Well, I can kind of say when I... Actually, I said I wasn't going to talk about that show with Alma, but I think that's kind of relevant for tonight.
It is, because that's when I first heard of you.
That's right, because Alma is one of those people that, like, my drag mama is Poison Apple, who we love, another Disco Diva.
Oh
beautiful
my God.
painted Poison.
The uncrackable, unclockable, unsinkable Poison Apple.
A stunning beauty. And like someone like this is like Poison was the person I used to look at for like on their Instagram, and I would be like, I want to paint like that. I would like try and copy. Never worked. But like they really are an expert. I love them very much. But I would also say that Alma is definitely like my biggest like drag mentor when it comes to like figuring out how to handle the city and like the way that things work. Like it was a weird circumstance. So it was Pride. I was at Capilano for film school, and it was my job to come up with the big party for the end of the year.
Oh, swish.
And I said to myself, well, obviously I do drag. I'm a Dawn Diva. I've done 3 shows. So I am a professional
A Dom Diva or a Dawn Diva?
A Dawn Diva.
A Dawning Diva.
Not quite so dominant.
Nowadays, Delta Dawn.
Nowadays I crack the whip. You never know. But now that I don't put the wig on so much. But when I do put the wig on, there's a heavy bang.
Oh my
Jet
God.
black. Jet black.
When you texted me when I was in Mexico and you said, you're like, oh, once I started wearing the bang, once I started wearing the bang, the trade was unmanageable. The trade was unmanageable is like it's such a poetic statement.
Oh wow.
Such a finality to that.
Thank you. What the fuck was I talking about?
The show Capilano,
Sorry.
Alma. Yeah.
Alma. So I'm organizing the show for Capilano. I did a group chat of about 20 local queens, and I said, hey, I have $50. I have this drag show, and it's at MIA. Anyone want to do this? Mm-hmm. Everyone said no.
Was I in the group chat?
I'm pretty sure you were in the group chat. And my favorite memory was like, I think, Kitty was in it too. Kitty Latour? Kitty Latour.
Oh, Kitty Latour, my good sis. Kitty Latour, we go way back.
I love her. But my favorite was the only person, I think Jem and Valen were the only people that really replied. And both said, I think Jem said, are you kidding me? And I think...
Classic.
And I think Valen said, that's just not... I can't rationalize that amount of money. And I was like, that's totally fair. Mm-hmm. And then Alma said, sure, I'll do it. And since I didn't have anyone else saying yes, I was able to give her 100. So it was like a full, for sure, yes.
Here we go.
Check mark, $100. And like... Mm-hmm. And especially now, I'm like $100. I'm like, that's like fucking nothing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but no, like, Alma was really nice to do that. So we were at MIA, and she's doing her numbers, and I think, well, it's Pride, so I got to do some like pump-up numbers.
Oh, of course.
So I decided to do Unfaithful by Rihanna.
Oh, yeah. Well, your track record with Rihanna speaks for itself.
Whether I'm triggering war vets or I'm triggering my fellow students.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your consideration, Larry Slimehouse.
Larry Slimehouse. Oh, God. There was a VIP champagne lounge and everything, and I was grinding on everybody to this Unfaithful song, and I was just, like, so convinced it was going great. But, like, to be honest with you, I think There's something to be said of there's a blessing in disguise when it comes to bombing. Because once you bomb really hard, you'll know the feeling. So when it happens again, you'll know what to do.
So at this point, since we've talked about our value brand sponsor, Yome Cristalino Sparkling Brutes,
Our favorite wine to drink.
you can find it at any local BC Select.
That's right.
Or a Jack's liquor store here on South Granville, sparkling South Granville.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Where the sun shines 24/7 and the peaches are as sweet as the women it grows.
That's beautiful.
That's right.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful state.
Did you get that from the Farmer's Almanac?
I sure did.
Yeah.
I got that from the Glee show.
You know what they say about Glee.
Uh-huh.
You got a pinch of that, you got it all.
Yeah, so I was doing Rough Trade at Fox Cabaret, and I had just recently opened. And it was me, Daniel P2 of New Sensei. New Sensei, hardcore band, fantastic.
Hardcore.
And because I'm a hard man.
Yes.
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 To deal with, to look at, and to pay.
And physically.
Physically, I'm an imposing specimen. Yeah. And DJ Jeff Leppard.
Obsessed.
Yeah, so the three of us, all of us, huge disco queens. Daniel pitches this idea, and they're like, yeah, absolutely, of course. And he's like, we're going to have a drag hostess. Fantastic. And so we're really leaning into the 70s things. The first party that we did, we showed Cruising, the Al Pacino classic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
We had a screening of Cruising, and we also used to actively promote that the party used hanky code.
Ooh.
And the first night, we were like, we're showing Cruising, and it's a hanky code party. And I swear to God, like 4 real leather daddy bears in like assless chaps showed up. And we had like, not hankies, but like Daniel went to Dresso and got like a bunch of scraps of fabric.
Right.
And we handed them out, and like I had the little thing printed off. So we're like, orange, you're into anything, anywhere. Wear it on the left side if you're a top. Wear it on the right side if you're... And so the guys came in, they're like, just like looked at us and like pulled out their own hankies. We're like, oh, she's prepared.
Oh, wow.
So we were really like smelling our own farts after this one. Just feeling ourselves like we're successful, we're alternative.
Right.
And for a couple parties later, I'm like, you know what I would love to do, guys? So one of my favorite things from the 70s is Match Game. The precursor to the iconic Snatch Game. And so I pitched it to the guys, and they're like, yeah, that sounds hilarious. I'm like, so for the early show, what we'll do is I'll get 6 locals.
Right.
You know, I'll get 4 drag performers, Jake Puppy Teeth in drag as Charles Nelson Riley, and my friend Sanara Geisler.
Oh my God.
Like local literary publicist, Twitter superstar, fat activist, like just fully like an iconic local personality. And so I'm like, okay guys, the drag queens, I know it was Jaylene, it was Kiki Lahore, Lady Jam, and I'm so sorry, I can't remember who the 4th one was.
But there was a 4th.
But there was a 4th.
If it's you, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Subscribe in the comments.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Okay.
It was great. So we had the 6 of us, and so a bar of people show up. This is probably like the 4th or 5th party we did, and we started to get like, you know, a regular crowd.
Right.
So they come up, 10:30, ready to party.
Right.
Just drunk people, they're like, where are the disco hits? And I'm like, if I could have 40 minutes of your time, we're going to play a game show that 2% of this room has heard of. And that 2% is in the game playing, I'm hosting, Sanara and Jake.
Oh no.
And so I'm going around and I'll be like, dumb Heidi was so dumb. When she went to tie her shoes, she tied her blank. And the crowd is just there like, there's a good few people watching. And I love that this happened because now local comedian superstar Graham Clark does quiz show.
Oh, no.
As the early show sometimes at the Fox. And he just does like segments of game shows. And and has like our dear friend Alicia Tobin on.
Oh, my fave.
It's super funny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's the right time to do that. Is like 9, 10 o'clock before the party starts. Don't entice people with a dance party. And then I was in full half drag.
Oh, wow.
Like full half face, man's shirt, short skirt, Shania Twain, man, I feel like a woman fantasy.
Right.
And I gotta tell you, I don't really think it landed with the crowd.
It landed with me in this moment. Okay, now we're at the part of the podcast where I'm going to be honest, we went a little off the rails and off topic, beyond comprehension. So at this point, I want to basically bring it back to the fact that it's us.
Yes.
We're having fun, and this podcast is about those things, and those two things only.
Yeah, we're two friends with a shared interest and a vested commitment to entertainment.
Exactly. And while we can't always entertain, we can edit, thanks to
Audacity.
It's a big shout out to our other sponsor, Audacity.
And Blue microphones.
Big fan.
Big fan of the Yeti microphone. A secondary shout out to Sarah Watson, who sold this to me for, I believe, a cool $100.
Oh my God, Sarah.
Yeah.
Cutting the hot deals.
A real steal back in the day.
That is a big steal.
Yeah, and little did they know that this microphone would be just a stepping stone.
Right.
On my path to fame and fortune.
In the podcast lane, as they say. And I'm not going to lie, part of me was like, oh, we're going to come back and we're going to do a fun, sober take on all this drunk content. We're not sober.
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And you know what? I think you didn't sign up for us to be sober. So why should we be?
Yeah, it's, we're getting by.
As they say, it's my party, and I will binge drink if I want to. And we are binge drinking.
And we did.
And we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm at peace with that.
Twist. Do you think people listening and watching will be able to hear our words slur as the podcast goes on as we've been drinking?
Oh my God. At this point, I can't wait for you to listen back and be like, me just crying, I just really love you and I love us and I love what we're doing. No, I mean, I hope this is enjoyable. I hope this is something digestible. I think this is the end of
the first episode.
I was going to say, and I have to thank you so much for doing this with me. This has been a dream of mine to start a podcast with you. And
absolutely my privilege and shared dream.
And what to
do this.
Yes, and what a treat to do it in your home, and it's so wonderful.
Thank you.
And I really hope all of you at home enjoyed this as much as we did. We have so many episodes up the
wazoo.
So please let us know what you have in mind as well, because we're flexible.
You can find me. Well, I'm most active on Twitter and Instagram, which is both are at It's Chandelier, ITS and then Chandelier.
Oh, that's right.
There's 2 S's there.
That's right.
It's Chandelier.
It's a communist thing.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I mean, to be honest with you, Facebook's going so fast. I don't want to be a part of this downfall. But my Instagram is amy.grindhouse. We've changed it. I was the real Amy Grindhouse for so long.
You were.
For so long.
Yeah, and it was impressive.
And I kind of wish it's a hard thing. I changed it. I kind of feel a little bit of mixed emotions with it, but I think it's time.
Yeah.
So now it's just Amy Grindhouse. Amy.grindhouse. Find me on Instagram. Shoot me a message. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, we would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, ideas for future shows, and if you don't like us, absolutely send that to us so that we will ignore those messages.
And so we know what not to do.
Yes, because this is a crowdsourced, much like our drag, this is crowdsourced performance.
Our Patreon's coming very soon.
Yeah, get ready for that. So, yeah, I guess we'll, this is it. This is the button.
This is the button. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.